No one ever talked about the place. It didn't appear on maps or signs, and no one gave directions to it. People only ever found it by accident, usually on days when the world felt heavier than it should have. Elena found it on a morning that began like too many others. She stood at her kitchen sink, staring at nothing in particular, holding a mug that had long since gone cold. The day ahead felt impossible, not because it was difficult, but because it felt empty. Every task seemed to ask more than she had left to give. So she stepped outside. She walked without intention, past familiar streets that felt strangely distant, until she noticed a narrow path between two buildings she'd never seen before. Light spilled down it softly, as if the sun had chosen that place specifically. Curiosity, or something gentler, pulled her forward. At the end of the path stood a small open space, quiet and still. A bench rested beneath an old tree, its branches moving just enough to whisper. Elena sat. Nothing happened. And yet, something did. Her shoulders loosened without permission. The tightness in her chest eased just a little. It felt as if the space itself wasn't asking anything of her. Not answers, not strength, not bravery. Just presence. She breathed. Minutes passed, or maybe longer. Time didn't feel important here. A woman appeared then. Not suddenly, not dramatically. She was simply there, standing a respectful distance away, as though she had always been part of the place. "You can stay as long as you need," the woman said gently. Elena frowned. "I didn't know I needed anything." The woman smiled, not unkindly. "Most people don't." They sat together in silence. It wasn't awkward, it wasn't heavy. It was the kind of quiet that made room for thoughts to arrive without fear. "I feel like I'm behind," Elena admitted eventually. "Like everyone else knows where they're going, and I missed something important." The woman nodded. "Many people feel that way, especially the ones who are paying attention." Elena let out a small breath, something close to a laugh. "So, what do I do?" The woman looked up at the tree, sunlight shifting through its leaves. "You don't have to do anything today, you just have to stay." Elena felt tears sting her eyes, surprising her. "I don't feel strong." "You don't have to," the woman replied. "Strength isn't required here." They sat a while longer. The weight Elena carried didn't disappear, but it shifted. It settled differently, as if it had finally been set down, even briefly. When she stood to leave, the woman spoke again. "You'll forget this place," she said softly. "Not completely, but enough that you'll wonder if it was real." Elena hesitated. "Then how will I find it again?" The woman smiled. "You won't need to. Once is enough." Elena stepped back onto the street. The path was gone. The buildings stood as they always had. But something inside her had changed. The day still waited. Life still moved forward. Nothing was magically fixed. Yet the weight felt lighter. And for the first time in a long while, that felt like enough. And if stories like this bring you comfort or clarity, you're always welcome to subscribe to the Webbed Quill and ring the bell to be notified when a new story quietly arrives. More stories are waiting.